Well, this is Doug Garlinger. I'm the Director of Engineering for LaCie Broadcasting, and I've worked for Lester Summerall for 14 years, mostly in the broadcast division, taking care of his 9 television stations and 3 shortwave stations and the FM station and our satellite uplink network. I found out about a week ago that I was going to be coming on this visit to Central Africa, and when I found out that I was going to come here, I was in Maui visiting KWHM TV 21, our station that serves the island of Maui, a Pacific paradise. And from there we came here to really a hell. And I didn't expect to see anything in this location that would remind me of Hawaii at all. But surprisingly, I found some lava rock. It reminded me very much of the Big Island and some areas around Haleakala. And come to find out that this entire refugee camp is situated on a lava bed from a lava flow, and in fact there's an active volcano not far from the refugee camp. The conditions here are just unbelievably appalling.
We made our way to Goma Zaire by traveling from Bujumbura, Burundi. We spent the night in Rwanda, and we had to put American flags on the vehicle that we was traveling in, so that we wouldn't be mistaken for the French, which we would have immediately been killed by the Hutus. We had to switch drivers between Hutu and Tutsi drivers, depending upon what part of Rwanda that we were traveling. We had to be careful not to run into certain Hutu or military people. We passed a lot of devastation that we really can't show you pictures of, but here's an example of some of the vehicles, at least, that were destroyed. And now here's the lava rock, but this is certainly no Pacific paradise that this refugee camp is located on. It is a lava bed, and the conditions are appalling. There are no sanitary conditions. There's no clean water. There's really no permanent structures whatsoever. The people are living in tents and thatch huts, and really just living and laying on the ground in filthy conditions. There's 1 million refugees here. They began coming about 6 weeks ago, and in the first month 50,000 of them died. There's been outbreaks of cholera. The conditions are really unbelievably bad. And these are the Hutus. They are the ones that in many ways perpetrated the genocide inside of Rwanda, and then had to flee when the Tutsis gathered some military strength, and then the Hutus, which killed all the educated Hutus and the Tutsis, then fled here to these refugee camps.
There's been some.
There's just no words that can properly express the number of people that are here and how bad the conditions are. You look any direction and there's thousands and thousands of people, and there's significant despair, as you can see here on the face of this young man. There's just no hope. The World Health Organizations are overwhelmed. There's not enough aid pouring in. The Western nations have been very slow to react. One of the only bright spots we saw was a hospital from the state of Israel. And in this hospital, Israeli medical personnel are treating a number of the young victims. This woman had her arms cut off above the wrists by Hutus with machetes. This little girl was beaten with clubs and is in a body cast, and the Israelis are doing the best that they can. And once again, the conditions are just very difficult to look at. And these young children are being cared for by the Israeli personnel, given IVs. And once in a while you'll see a mother, if the child has a mother, at the bedside, hoping that her child recovers from all the disease that's rampant here in this refugee camp. And this is an Israeli doctor feeding this young boy. And once again, as I said, many of the pictures are just too graphic to show.
Because we can see them and watch them
and feed them, not forgetting
but there
feeding
you
them.
see the parents.
This is Doug Garlinger.